What's going on, guys? We're back again for the 51st time, just under a year here at Detox. Really excited for you guys. Had a couple people lined up to be on the show tonight, but nothing really worked out completely. So you're stuck with just me today. So I'm gonna be giving you guys a lowdown on what's kind of been happening. What's been happening with the world, I guess. What's been going on in my world in um, entertainment news. Try to keep this one a little bit more lighthearted as we've been I've been going down. It's been a really weird couple of weeks where we've been dealing with a lot of serious issues. Some things that I'm really happy to be helping those issues become more mainstream. I guess I'm not really a mainstream person by any means with only a couple hundred subscribers, but just to bring it to my audience and use my platform as small as it is to try and shed a little bit of light on those things. But I want to get back to having a little bit of fun and maybe let you guys get your mind off of everything that's been a little crazy, and yeah, just shoot the shit with everybody. So right away, we're gonna talk about some pretty interesting stuff here. 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj recently broke the YouTube record for the fastest. I think, what was it, like the most streams or views in 24 hours. This has been since revoked because 6ix9ine paid for I guess a large majority, not majority, but it was a large percentage of those views. So what had happened was 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj dropped a song, and when you do anything, I mean, basically on any social media platform, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you can pay to promote that post. And so what had happened was he had paid. I can't tell you exactly the dollar amount. I'm sure if I looked it up, I could figure it out. But he had paid however many $1,000 to push this as an ad, and so it would play before people would watch another video. It would play as an ad, and even if it only played for 5 or 30 seconds, it was counting as a view. And he'd paid so much money that it would break that record. So that's what happened. Also, if you guys are tuning in, make sure to say hello here in the comments. I'd love to talk to you guys now, since we don't got a guest here in the studio today. I'd love to hear what everybody is up to, how everybody is feeling, and whatnot. Um, Also, we're gonna just start. I guess we already started with 6ix9ine, so we're just gonna keep right along, talking about music here for a minute. Has anybody noticed that G-Eazy is rebranding? Very strong rebrand. It's like he's going for the last like two songs I've seen of his is him like much more singy, a lot of high what would you call it? High production vocals. Like they're putting a lot of work into his vocals right now. Duncan Marshall, what's happening? McKenna, how are you? McKenna's behind the computer, but thanks for making me feel better by saying hello in the comments. Um, what's going on, Duncan? How you been? Now this G-Eazy thing is interesting because I think he needed it. I'm actually kind of excited to see where it goes because, in my opinion, G-Eazy, when I was introduced to G-Eazy, I really liked what he was about, and I actually still really like a lot of his music. But somewhere along the lines, he was adopted by a lot of what would you call it, fuckboys? A lot of the weird. I can't even say weird. Just a lot of tools, a lot of douchebags ended up liking G-Eazy, and it definitely deterred myself and a lot of other people that I think were like not OGs necessarily, but like the older G-Eazy better. Kind of deterred some of us away from listening to his music as he started getting into just that party kind of rap, which it's all right for when you're there, but it's not that. It doesn't have a lot of substance. But I'm excited to see what he's doing here because it looks like he's got some interesting stuff. What's up? Debbie says, hi, Darren. I miss you. I miss you as well, Deborah. I would love to see you. I just give you a hug. I miss you. Duncan's doing great. I'm doing fantastic, man. Like I said to start the podcast off, it's been a interesting couple of weeks here. Been getting in and out of some trouble and having some fun doing it. So, if you want to go down that route. Okay, I want to talk a little bit of YouTube here since we are coming up on our 1 year anniversary of the show. We're doing a big blowout special next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll get to that later in the podcast. But the reason I wanted to bring up YouTube in general was I really miss my favorite YouTuber who I don't know if you guys know who he is, but David Dobrik, who is absolutely fantastic, huge YouTuber. I see at 20 million now. I'm not sure, but he's got a lot of subscribers, and he does really fun, fast-paced vlogs. If you don't know, and if you don't know, you're living under a rock. But I miss David. I miss seeing him. I miss hearing his ridiculous laugh and seeing all the whole vlog squad. Well, he's not really posting because he can't due to COVID. That's his whole. I mean, his whole thing. I'm sure he could put together like a couple vlogs maybe of them in their house. Actually, I would like to see that. I'm sure it would be kind of funny. But he had put out a statement a while back explaining that he didn't have much to do. Like his whole job is kind of gone because he can't do anything. His whole life is he records what his friends do, as ridiculous as it is. But yeah, I miss David Dobrik. I miss seeing the ridiculous stuff that they pull, and I miss doing similar thing. I miss trying to emulate that in as the best that I can. Do you guys have hats? Do we have hats? No, we don't have hats. Is this? I feel like I'm being pranked here, but no, we don't have any hats yet. We'll be working on it. When we hit 500 subscribers, we're gonna be doing a giveaway. So after we've gone through this merchandise one way or another, then we'll start considering new forms of merch. I apologize in advance. This podcast is going to be a little bit scatterbrained as it's just kind of me throwing a bunch of things at the wall. So if there's anything that you guys really want me to get into specifically, just let me know in the comments. So we were just talking about David Dobrik. I kind of haven't touched on a lot of entertainment news lately, and we usually do that on this show because I've been just so busy dealing with more serious things personally. But PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X got revealed, and I'm not the biggest of gamers, but I would say that I dabble, and I'm sure my girlfriend would say that that is an understatement because when the time is right, I can and will play for days on end. But the PlayStation 5 is getting memed. It's getting memed a lot. People are making fun of it. What do you guys think of the design of the PlayStation 5? Because I for one don't think it's that bad. I think it's interesting that they're doing one version of it without the CD drive and another version that has it. I think that's interesting, and I don't know what the price difference is. I did also think it was bullshit that they didn't announce the price. What do we got? We got soon, brother. Damn, all right. I'm growing a mullet, and I currently look like a rat. Oh, Jake, I'm sure it's better than that. We got to get you on the show here soon. And you can show everybody if it looks like a rat. Don't get me going. Looks like an Xbox. Oh, the PlayStation? I don't know that it looks like an Xbox. I don't think it looks like an Xbox. McKenna says thumbs down. Agreed with it. I don't think it looks like an Xbox. I just think they chose white. I think it looks like everyone says it looks like a Keurig or a router, like an older router. And I've seen those memes and it's pretty funny. But I think the Xbox one, I saw some memes on that one too. It looks like a refrigerator or like a garbage can. Like it's just a straight square. It literally looks like a smaller PC build. I don't know. I watched the whole reveal thing for PlayStation, and graphically it looked pretty crazy, but you could definitely tell it was, beginning. Like we're right here at the beginning of the next gen. It wasn't. I didn't think it was like as crazy as of a leap forward, like graphically as people thought it might have been. But and that could just be because those are the launch games that are going to be coming out originally. I don't think that PS4 is really going anywhere for the next maybe year or so, because I think PS5 is probably going to be a big step up in price. At least that's what a lot of people are saying. Now, let's get into so I had a couple questions for the guy I was going to have on tonight, but I guess I'll just ask you guys what you guys are thinking, and I'll let you know then how I'm feeling after. So we've got any games? Oh, yeah. Celebs using their platforms to talk on social issues. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think that they should be doing that? Do you think that it's annoying when they do it? Or, like, how do you guys feel towards that issue? Because I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on that. I know a lot of people will get very angry with certain celebrities when they don't speak out on issues. And I know that there are other people that are the exact opposite, are very angry and upset when those celebrities are using their platforms for that, when that's not really what what gave them that platform. So I get why people think both ways, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Me personally, I feel like if you personally feel something, and your social media account is yours personally, then I feel that you probably you have the obligation. You owe it to yourself to speak out on it. You don't owe it to anybody. But if you want to be true to you, then I would do that. How do you feel about the Chris D'Elia accusations? I didn't and hide from that. How do you feel about the Chris D'Elia accusations? I didn't know he had accusations. I know he just came out with a comedy special like a month and a half ago. I'm gonna look that up right now. I had no idea. I hope that there's nothing bad. I really like that guy. He's a funny dude. Now two seconds from now, I'm gonna find out that it's like something really bad, and I'm really like, oh my god, I don't like that guy anymore. Christy Elia, 5 women alleged sexual impropriety. What? Okay, one morning in the fall of her senior year of high school, Julia Holtzman awoke to find that Chris D'Elia had sent her a direct message on Instagram. The 17-year-old was confused. She was not a fan of his and not following his page, but she saw that he had a verified social media account and was intrigued, so she responded asking him how he'd found her. Just came across, is that bad? He said in November 2016. It was clear I was in high school. I had 16th birthday pictures and photos of me at football games on my Instagram. She's now 20, told the New York Times that I told my guy friends about it, and they were like, he's famous, you have to answer. Okay, so what ended up happening is anything. That being said, I really am sorry, the 40-year-old continued. I was a dumb guy who absolutely let myself get caught up in my lifestyle. Oh, so he did. He never knowingly. No, he says he never knowingly did it. I believe that he wouldn't knowingly do that, but that's pretty weird that you wouldn't check. How would you get to that profile? How would you get to a random high schooler's profile? I mean, I guess like if you're public, but she had to have a considerable amount of followers for a literal famous comedian to find her. Interesting. I didn't watch his stand-up. Was his stand-up good? On a less serious note, was the stand-up good? Did anybody see his latest one? No Pain, I think it was called. What's that other movie I want to see? The King of Staten Island with Pete Davidson. I really want to see that. Everybody keeps saying it's really good. I think it's being streamed now. I don't know if it's on Netflix yet, but I really want to see that because it looked really good, and Pete Davidson looked really good. I guess while we're on the topic of media and things going on, and things in that realm, I just personally finished The Office, and I planned on talking about this tonight because that's pretty much what I do every time that I've buried myself in some sort of fandom. I come and talk about it on this show, and it this week or the last 2 weeks, I think it's been, 2 or 3 weeks since we've been watching it. We just finished The Office, and I'm really sad that it's over. And now I understand why people are always wanting an Office reunion. And hopefully, by me coming to it this late, I won't have to wait that long if it does happen. Because that definitely saddened me by the ending. And I don't know if you guys are big Office fans, but if you are, you should let me know who your favorite character is and why. Because I'd love to debate you guys on that. I don't know who the best character is, but for me personally, I think it would go Michael, Andy, and Jim. I think were my favorites in that order probably, because I don't know how you could not love Michael Scott. Realistically, we'll get back to that in a second. Realistically, how many 12-year-olds could you take in a fight? 12-year-olds. So we're talking, what is that, 8th grade, right? 8th grade, I think. You turn, or that's like 7th, 8th graders. Probably a lot. Being completely honest, but I think maybe I guess what classifies a lot? Probably like at the same time or coming at me one at a time. That's a big difference. One at a time, I think I could take probably 20 of them. If it was just I got to fight one, and then after I beat that one, I got to take another one. But if it was all at once, probably like between 3 to 5. I don't know. It depends on if I have a weapon or not. If I have my water bottle, then I'm taking a lot more. A mob. Okay, a mob. If it's a mob of them, then Ah, man, yeah, probably between that 3 to 5 range before shit would get kind of scary for Darren. But if I had this guy with me, I think I'd have a good chance. I think I have a good shot at taking maybe more than that. But yeah, a mob of 12-year-olds. That's old. Usually it's like, what is it? Isn't it like 12? Isn't it usually like fourth graders or something? People ask, or fifth graders, and that's like much smaller. 12-year-olds. That's they got a little bit of strength on them. You can have a 12-year-old help you move a couch.
Same size since I was 12.
McKenna's been the same size since she was 12. Actually, I think I know a lot of people that are like that. Actually, um, that's yeah. No, I don't know. What have to see? I don't know how many people you guys think you can take. Um, what what do you guys think about this whole COVID? I don't want to talk all COVID shit, but I gotta say that it is funny that Florida, who was one of the first places to like really just let everybody hang loose, just got like 4,000 some cases in like 2 days, and like I guess they just, the only reason I bring it up is because it hits close to home, because apparently someone who was just vacationing in Florida had come back here to Lake Geneva and basically shut down one of the businesses downtown Lake Geneva, Popeyes, because yeah, they probably gave it to 100 or a couple hundred people that were there. So that's the only reason I bring that up, not to be a Debbie Downer. Speaking of, no, I'm just kidding. Deborah Freeman says Darren could take a lot. I saw him running down the football field with a few guys hanging on him. Yeah, that's fair. That was back when I was like 12, so, and I was taking 12-year-olds. So I'd hope that I could take a couple more right now. But I guess we'd have to test that theory. Maybe that'd be a good video idea. If we get some willing 12-year-olds, dress them all up in padded gear, and just have their parents sign a waiver and just tell them like, hey, literally try and end this man's life, and then I just have to defend myself. That'd be fun. That'd be a good time. I also wanted to touch on. Well, I was gonna add. So I was supposed to have a friend of mine that he's had a friend of his be on. Ethan Scholder was on the show a while back. Ethan talked about wanting to start a YouTube channel with my guy Justin, and to this day, I don't know that they started one together. I know Ethan has like a little channel that he put a couple videos on, but, and I was supposed to ask them about that, and or ask Justin about that and why it is they never happened. But yeah, I was curious as to what everybody else is watching these days on YouTube. Who are some other people that are helping you guys get through quarantine? Because as we know, a lot of mainstream media and like new shows and new movies, other than just recently with the last couple movies coming out in the last few weeks, they've all kind of been halted. Everything's kind of been stopped because people can't shoot those big shows, those big budget things. A lot of I know McKenna's mom watches Kelly and Ryan in the morning, and I always see that as I'm leaving the house in the mornings, and I can tell they hate it, this quarantine stuff, because their whole show is just absolutely destroyed by it, and that really sucks to see. But on the upside for YouTubers, I guess, when it's just you yourself and a camera, I feel like you've got a way better medium here to speak to the people that are looking for it. So I want to know who you guys are looking to right now. Axel Hodges. I've never heard of Axel Hodges. I don't know what. Let me see what kind of content my man is posting here. Axel Hodges. Oh, I got it right here. He's got 95. Okay, so he's a dirt biker, trick guy. Oh shit! Yeah, I saw something about him crashing. Wow. Well, he doesn't have that many videos, actually. How does he have 95,000? Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of videos, but damn, he's got a lot of fucking subscribers. That's insane. Good for my man Axel. That's dope. I mean, if that's what you're into, Jake, I guess. I'm throwing stuff for what I watch on the YouTube. That's fair. Everybody's got their own. I saw a guy a while back because I was really obsessed. I really wanted a moped. Good thing I didn't buy a moped right now because of COVID. I had a lot of money saved up. No, I shouldn't say a lot of money. That's relative, but I had some money saved up, and I was going to buy myself a moped to enjoy the summer. save a lot of money on gas, and I like mopeds. I thought they're fun, and so I was watching a lot of not necessarily dirt biking videos, the PG rated version of that with moped videos, and it was a couple of guys they would build like crazy modded out mopeds where you could get it 50cc, and they would make it so they basically they would buy it factory 50cc, but through the shit that they would add on to it, be able to get that instead of going at 35 miles per hour, they could get it all the way up to like 60. So I went down that rabbit hole for a while, but good thing I didn't buy it because with being out of work as long as I've been, it's been a long time. Moped not too dangerous. No, it's not too dangerous. It's they're slow enough where I feel safe. Um, and I still get to feel like I'm at the mercy of the elements. But with a motorcycle or a dirt bike, I've only ridden a dirt bike 2 times, I think, maybe once, only once, and it was yeah, the learning curve is too scary. That's with me. Speaking of that, that's like all extreme sports for me. I know that's like a big thing for white people to get into, but I can't get into it. I can't get into the whole extreme sports because if you want to learn how to ski or snowboard, or you want to learn how to ride a dirt bike or a four wheeler, really, a four wheeler is not that bad, but if you want to learn how to do these things well and do the tricks and stuff, the learning curve just requires you to get hurt, and I don't see the upside on that. Like I will watch my friends do those things and be like, wow, that looks awesome. But I personally don't feel the need to do those things. Did Epstein actually kill himself? No, he did not. That is a fact, and I feel like everybody at this point should know that if you don't. So we got some people in the chat now. If you guys are new to the live, the Detox family, because I'm sure we've got some new eyes now after we've gained a lot of people in the last couple of days. We do this every week. We usually have a guest. Guest kind of fell through today, so it's just me hanging out. But if you got any questions, or you just want to say something and put it out there, feel free to throw it there in the live chat. And we're almost to a year of the podcast, as I mentioned to the people who've been here since the beginning. Next week, we're going to be doing a big celebration for everybody who's ever been on the show. We're going to have them. They've all been invited back. We're going to be doing the show in front of them as our live audience. We've got some games planned out. It's going to be a little bit more late night feel. There's going to have that feel to it. There will be some awards given out to specific guests based on what our audience votes on a couple of different categories in the next couple of days here. Q&A portion, plus something I've been really looking forward to that I've said probably way too many times here on the podcast is that I will be doing a tier list for all of the episodes. So there's been a couple where I've done them myself here, but I don't know if I'll rate those ones. But other than those, yeah, we'll be ranking all of them, not necessarily like in order, but it will be a tier list. So, A, B, C, and D tier. Was he killed to keep quiet from others, or is he still alive? I think he was killed to keep quiet from others, because I find it hard to believe that in a maximum security prison that somebody who was put away for what he was put away was killed right before we got a chance to hear what he was saying. When are you going to tame the beard? I will be cutting it probably tomorrow. It will be a sad day. No, I'm just kidding. It needs to go. The hair and everything it's crazy. Gonna be. I've got a couple of people that are interested, but we're gonna do a video where some people cut my hair, ask me some questions. I'm not cutting it all the way off, not shaving the beard all the way off. It's just a little bit out of control, and I gotta host a big show next week, so I kind of wanted to get it cleaned up. Now it's been like 4 months since I've touched it, so it's getting kind of scary, man. My eyebrows are getting scary. Keep the beard. Now there's a war. Keep the beard and go bald. That could work if my head wasn't shaped like if my head wasn't pointed at the top. It's scary when I get a buzz cut. You don't want that. Lace up the tattoos. I don't know. I go back and forth. I think I'm too big of a bitch to get tattoos. I want them one day, and then the next day I don't. And then the next day I'm telling myself that I need it, and then the day after that I'm making excuses on why it would look terrible. Face tat. Face tat's a great idea. but not for myself. Maybe for some other SoundCloud rappers that would be down to get face tats. If they want to get face tats together, maybe I'd reconsider. We were talking about. Oh yeah, I guess we were talking about me shaving. That's what we were talking about. Hello from Alabama, Devin and Landon. What is up, man? I hope you guys are doing well in Bama. How is Bama, by the way? But yeah, no, I gotta trim this up. I was seeing people were telling me that Ashley could cut it and would do it in a video. I don't have any way to contact her. So if somebody does, let her know that I would be interested in doing that, because the two other guys that I'm talking to about doing it, they are both not really giving me concrete information on if and when they can do it. So Logan said he's getting his face tat on Friday. I doubt that. I very much doubt that. And if he is, that would be another conversation. Okay, what else did we need to get into today? Oh yeah, so we're doing a giveaway. We're like 20 subscribers away or something like that, 27 or something away from 500. So we're giving away a bunch of shit. We had our first show a while back, so we got a bunch of merch that was made just specially for that. Obviously, we're not the biggest of music talents, so we didn't sell all of the merch. Also I bought a lot of it, so that was on my fault. But we want to give it back. We want to give a lot of it away. We sold enough where we feel like we should give back to the people that have helped us get to this point. And once we have 500 subscribers, we're gonna just be giving away all the T-shirts we've got, a lot of the bracelets we have, some stickers, CDs, all that shit. So if you guys are interested in any of that, tell your friends to subscribe, because we only need like 20 something more. Jake has a tattoo recommendation for you, Darren. What is that? What is the tattoo recommendation? Are you showing me it? Ah, man, I should have had you. If I would have had Harrison here, he would have pulled it up on the screen for him. But I don't know.
I can like put it in the camera maybe.
That is a fat no. I don't know if who is this? Whose tattoo is this? I don't know if the camera's gonna see it. I'll put it right here. You should tell me if the camera can see it. Whose tattoo is this? Who in the fuck? This is Chode's leg? This is not Chode's leg. I got more respect for Chode than that. I'm not gonna believe that until I see it in person, which I hope I never do. I'm not gonna believe that that's reality, because I got more respect for him than that. God damn, what is with the people under Jake's roof getting very sus tattoos? Rory's tattoo is we put it on the show because it was just I hope he got it from somebody that actually gets paid money to do it doesn't really look like he did, but I hope he got it from somebody that he had to pay to get it done, and it wasn't just given to him for free like Rory's was. But man, that's interesting. If I was going to get a tattoo, I wouldn't be able to get just one, I feel like, and I know a lot of people say that, like, where they get one and they get like addicted to it. I feel like if I get one, then it's like stupid to just have the one. I would rather just have like a whole sleeve. But then again, I don't know if I want a whole sleeve, and that's where it's like all or nothing mentality. He was drunken fool. That makes more sense. It's a long story. However, he now gets a free keg. Wow. Okay. That might, I guess that's worth it for putting that on your skin forever. I don't know that I would make the same call, but I could see that. Well, now we're going to have him on and see if he can top Rory's story, because I would love to hear the backstory on that. A keg for a tattoo. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. What else? There was something I wanted to talk to Jake about. Oh, yeah, Jake, while I've got you here, I think you missed a couple episodes because we were talking about you, and I didn't say anything to you. I was going to text you, but I wanted to see if you were keeping up a little bit. But we called you out a couple times for bailing on us. What's up with Jake Raymond, everybody, bailing on the Detox family? Everybody, so many people have reached out to me that are fans of the show. They want to see Jake Raymond on. They got a little taste of it at the concert, at the live show, and everybody has wanted him on since. Yeah, Troy Stewart says ghost. Exactly. I bet he's not going to respond the rest of the. I bet you Jake doesn't respond again. Everyone, yeah, drop an F in the chat for Jake. What's up with that, Jake? Why are you ducking us? Somebody told me that Jake was nervous, and I don't know why he would be nervous. Jake's a good friend of mine. I'd love to see Jake. We were just texting last night. Want to see my man again. But he's all nervous. Yeah, see, look at all these Fs you're getting, Jake. Where have you been at? We're looking for you. Look at my guest is canceling on me. This would have been a perfect time for you to swoop in, get some clout, hang out. We just chill. As I said before, I do not recall making that commitment. There were a lot of witnesses. There was a lot of witnesses. Even Deborah is dropping an F in the chat, Jake. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, I haven't. So let's put that aside. Let's put him saying he was going to be on it aside. Why haven't you that other than that one time when you said you were going to be on it and we scheduled it? Why are you scared to be on? On my way right now. Show up, Jake. I would love to see you show up right now. You know where I'm at. We still got some time left. We can chill. Don't lie to us. Yeah, don't lie to us. The people want it. I don't know how I would do that with the cameras, but I'd have to set that up once he got here. But yeah, maybe Darren can get a tattoo after Jake comes on the show. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. A penguin right on my ass cheek or my thigh. I don't know who I would rather. Are you on your way now? Everyone now. See if he's actually doing it. I don't believe he's actually doing it. Because if he's actually doing it, then he's drunk, and then he's probably going to crash and die, and then I'm going to miss Jake forever, and I'll be really sad. But it would be epic if he did show up. Can't lie. It would be one of the biggest crossover events that we've had on the show. He just hopped in his truck. Okay, well, keep me updated on that. It'll be a couple minutes. McKenna, while I talk to the audience for a few minutes here, do you want to just set up this camera just in case he actually does show up? I'll show you how to do it. I'll talk you through it a little bit. You gotta just turn that around and set it up on there. Well, so I want to know this too, guys. How has quarantine been for you guys? How has, now that it's coming to an end? I mean, it's been over in Wisconsin for a minute, but how have you guys been going about it? Like, what kind of what has it done to like maybe relationships in your life? How has been seeing your friends, going and hanging out with family? Even I know a lot of people love to go out. How has it changed everything that you've been able to do? Obviously, without being able to do those things. Ask Jake why he likes the annex so much in the first question for him. I actually had that question for him because I think it's been like a week straight of every single day I check Snapchat. And he's either there or on the boat. And either way, he's got a drink in his hand and a smile on his face. So he must really enjoy it there. You flip this one around so you see. You can leave it like that. It's fine. It's good. It's good. Can you the batteries are in the other room if you want to grab them. Degenerate. Yeah, what's going on with him, man? Is he going off the deep end? Is Jake okay? That's what we're going to ask. We're going to be trying to uncover Jake Raymond here on Detox. I'm kind of pissed at him that he's waiting until right now to come on like halfway through an episode, because we've tried to have him on for months. He's been off the deep end. See, that's what I hear, and that's what I was afraid of hearing. God damn it, Jake, dude. This because he didn't come on the show. We had talked like in December. He was supposed to be on in like January, and then he was nervous. He wanted to wait till he was 20. Wanted to wait till he was 21. Now he's 21. He's not here. He's gonna get hurt. What did you say? He's on his way. I'll believe it when he gets here. He's too afraid to come on Detox. So you've got to plug in a couple other things. You just want to talk to people for a second? I'll set it up. No? Come on, just have some fun with it. Just see what people have to say. Everybody, be nice to McKenna while I set everything up for a second.
Oh no.
Just talk into the microphone and let the people know what's going on. We've got some topics there.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
You just kind of got to keep going because they can't respond to you in real time.
Well, I'm responding to Jake right now. He just sent me a Snapchat of him driving here.
What do you think about Jake going off the deep end? Do you think he's going to be able to recover?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while, so I don't know.
Yeah, because he's been gone. He's been in the fucking shadow realm. He's been in the sunken place, as they call it. You can't you can't be in front of the microphone and leave dead air.
Well, I was responding to him, yelling at him for
Fuck
saying,
Jake
now
until
I
he's-
have to be on the microphone so you can set up the camera.
Fuck Jake until he's here, alright? Don't talk to him until he gets here.
Is he rolling in the deep?
Is he rolling in the
Like Adele?
Adele? Keep it coming.
Hello, Tim. Kenner. This is so awkward. I hate doing
This
this.
is your first time as host. This has never happened before.
I know, I don't like it.
Actually, it did one other time. Patrick did it.
I don't like it. Sorry, guys. This is really bad. Does anyone have any questions for me now that I'm out here?
No.
How you've been?
Who said that?
Tim, you looking like Kev at the show. Oh, that was mean. How Kevin didn't say anything while he was DJing. I am speaking, Tim.
Well, maybe you will do good the rest of the show, like Kevin did. He did fine the rest of the show.
Yeah, I guess.
He just got scared. No reason to be scared.
Yeah.
How? Okay, you just finished The Office too. You can talk.
Yep.
You love Dwight.
I
Why
love
do you love
Dwight. He's so freaking weird. And like honestly, I laughed so hard. Like whenever he spoke.
You love the George Foreman episode, right?
What?
You love the George Foreman episode, right?
Well, my favorite episode was the one where Michael like broke his foot on the George Foreman grill, and it was so funny. And then Dwight got concussed, I think, because he had to go pick him up, and he crashed his car on the way there, and it was just crazy. Too much was going on. But yeah, it was really funny. I liked when they went and visited Dwight's farm too. That was a good one. Are you almost done? I hate this. I don't know how you do this every day. Well, every Monday.
Just hooking up the camera, so they're gonna probably cut out here for a second.
Oh.
It's okay.
Troy said, "Are we gonna be able to hoop at Lakewood this summer?"
Maybe if they're not hookers about it, it'll cut black
There.
for a second.
You said maybe.
Possibly they're being weird about the whole issue. About everything. They were very rude about last year, and I'm just hoping that they will allow us in this year. So if you want to repeat that.
The Office is awesome, and I'm sure they heard you. The Office is awesome, and my favorite character is Jim, Michael, and Dwight.
Who said that?
Little free money.
Well, free money, that's Michael.
Yeah. Jim was good. He had good pranks on Dwight.
Yeah, Jim and Dwight together.
It was so funny.
They're good.
Like, I've never laughed at a show, like, actually laughed out loud in The Office. I, like, died every episode. It was so funny. Do I think Darren should keep the beard? I just want him to trim it. I kind of, like, persuaded him to grow out his beard in the first place. But now it's just crazy. Now it's too long. He's got to trim it. And that's why I asked him that question. Tim loves Jim. Jim is a good guy. Darren, are you almost done? You're just taking your sweet ass time. I don't like doing
Just
this.
say, like, mean things about me. There you go.
No.
Just say, Darren sucks. I really don't like him that much. He put me on the spot here, and I'm not enjoying it. Just say that. And people will respect it.
All right, I'm leaving. Thank you, everyone, for being patient with me. Darren will be back on momentarily. Oh, my God.
So you gotta put. Okay, yeah, get out of here. I am very thankful that she just did that. Thank you guys for playing nice. And hopefully we didn't lose too many people watching. But what? I said hopefully we didn't. We didn't. It's fine. But I was just saying you were really not liking the spotlight. You're not. I wasn't done setting it up, so you have to do this little part right here. You have to plug this in. Is that Jake? Is that Jake Raymond? Wow. This is a special moment here.
Sure is.
You sit right here, mister, for a second while I set this other camera up. Talk to Troy.
Now Jake can be the host.
Troy's still in?
I just had to be the host. So Darren can set up another camera for you.
Perfect.
This is
Troy?
insane.
We're here.
What's taking you so long to make your first appearance here on Detox?
Well, I was never opposed to it, but yeah, I guess I was. I don't know.
Why were you scared? Just be straight up with us, Jake. Why were you scared?
I don't know if I was scared.
You think I was gonna put you on the spot? Is that your phone
Oh,
ringing?
yeah.
You
I
should turn that. You
apologize.
should
Sorry,
turn that
guys.
off, you motherfucker. Huh? Yeah, it should be.
Sorry, I made your show kind of
No, it's all good.
dicey.
It was dicey when my guest canceled, so that's not on you. But what was it? You think I was gonna expose you or something? That I was gonna
I don't know. It's hard to say.
I was
You never
gonna
know
do
what
some
you're gonna bring up.
in-depth journalism on
What?
Jake Raymond?
Yeah.
I don't know enough about you. We were just becoming good friends, and then COVID happened and kind of fucked our whole lifting schedule up. What am I doing here? I'm trying to set this microphone up. How you been?
Pretty good. Well, we're all just hanging and.
So you
trying to get
guys,
some shit done.
you guys were all just chilling, watching the show, and you were like, you know what? I'm ready to face my fears today.
No, I just got called out, and I figured I might as well just show up and.
You were just like, fuck it, let's do it today.
Yeah.
No, I do have to get a tattoo.
That's the deal.
I'm gonna have to get a penguin on my thigh. You keep that.
Am I breathing too heavy? I'm sorry.
No, is that what they said?
Yeah, Troy's yelling at me.
Your mouth breathing on the show.
I guess.
What Jake, what have you I've been hearing you've been getting into some trouble, man. What's this with you and the annex? Why do you love the annex so much?
The annex. Well, I wouldn't say trouble, but it's a good place, you know. It's good people there.
Do you ever think that it might be too close to your house?
Oh yeah, I 100% believe it's too close to my house. It's too easy.
It's too easy to
If
get
you're
the
thirsty
goods.
or you're hungry, it's just a good place to.
They have food there?
Oh yeah,
I didn't know they had food there.
it's not bad.
That's how you know he's been there too much if he knows that they've got food.
Oh, yeah. Steak sandwich, wings, pizzas.
How about the ladies? Are there a lot of ladies over at that scene? Is that what you're going there for?
I don't know if we go that far. We are talking about the annex,
Are you still?
not Lake Geneva.
That's fair. What's up with JR Dope then? Is he still chasing after the tail? I heard you were going through a bachelor stage a while back.
A bachelor stage.
Yeah, you were moving through a lot of assets, let's say.
I don't know about that. You know, I'm just having fun. I'm doing
Just
me, you know?
just doing you.
Yeah.
So you're not looking for a relationship right now?
I don't think I'm opposed to it. I'm just not diving into it, you know.
What does Jake Raymond need in a dream? What's a dream girl for Jake Raymond? What does she look like? What does she sound like? Where does she go to school? Did she go to school? What kind of job does she have? What's Jake Raymond's type?
I don't think I got a type, to be honest with you.
He ain't got no type.
I really don't.
He can do anything that walks.
Are you gonna put your camera?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm putting my camera in right now. I have to
Trust
set this up.
Jake wants to rent out his skid steer. That is true.
Your
I would
what?
like to. My skid steer.
What is that?
What is
Like
that?
Bobcat,
Oh.
you know.
Oh. Okay, so here's what you're gonna have to do. You're going to do this. So now that there is a, I'm gonna switch this. I'm sorry. I'm just letting McKenna know what's going on here. Jake, why don't you talk to people for a second?
Oh. Troy, you got a comment, buddy?
Explain yourself, Jake. Why are you the way that you are? Why are you driving kids to school and doing other very sketchy things that a lot of people that know you would not expect you to be doing? Go.
Sketchy things. What is sketchy things? I'll just do it this way. Hi, my name is Jake Raymond. I'm 21 years old. I drive school buses and I work on them. I don't know what he's referring to by sketchy things. I guess I just I sometimes do before I think. Yeah, I don't know. Man. I feel like most people that are tuned in know this right now. I do like to party. That's right. Yeah. My name's Rod.
Okay.
That's a reference to Hot Rod, my favorite movie.
I did hear that was your favorite movie. How many times have you seen that movie?
At least 45.
What's your favorite line? What's your favorite line in the movie?
Probably that one. Have you seen the movie?
What's up?
Hot Rod? You never seen it?
I have not seen the full movie.
I can't even explain it then because it just won't.
Why don't you explain it right now? Run down line by line the whole movie. Just give me like 2 seconds. This has never happened before where I've had to set this up from scratch.
It's alright. What if we just sit next to each other? You know, like there's room next to me.
It'll take me. I already had it set up. I just have to change the scene.
I can't believe you came.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Me either.
This is a podcast.
Sorry, the audio just cut out. You want to just say sorry that the audio cut out for a second?
Yeah.
I had to cut it out so that.
Sorry guys, the audio was cut for 1 second,
The
but
video is also cut for 1 second, but now it will be good here in 1 second.
your mom said what?
Okay. You sit. I'll be over here. Jake is in my spot. You'll have to focus it up. If it's not focused, I'm sure it won't be. But all right, now we're here. This is weird. I'm on the weird side of the table. People are gonna get the wrong profile of my face.
I'm in the captain's chair, huh?
You are in the captain's chair. Yeah, you're gonna have to like fix that whole thing up. It's a little jacked.
Isn't that the one that's like...
Now my mom's here. Now everybody's here.
Whiskey.
Yeah, you like that movie, Mom?
It's an excellent movie.
I've only seen parts of it. Am I in focus? Am I in? McKenna's working on some crazy last minute camera work here. I'm sorry to put you through this, McKenna. I really am. What's up, Mom? Yeah, I would like for you to not be here. You're fired. Get out of here.
Peace out.
But what?
Have you seen? Is this guy bother you at the? My mom's a bartender. Is he bothering you in the bar all the time?
No, never.
Not all the time.
Never.
Just sometimes.
Never.
I was only there once, right? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, with Kylie.
You're frozen.
You guys,
Oh.
you guys are so respectful.
Did you unplug that? Switch to him.
Yeah. You guys
See?
are
You're good.
actually fucking assholes.
Perfect.
Better than a lot of fucking people that
Okay.
D-Fabes is on here.
Oh God.
David, just look. It's great to have viewers and for people to tune in, but just not people like you, man.
You're not with D Fabes.
Jake is a closet. See that? All right, David.
It can be a roast
It's all
session.
good. It's all good, McKenna.
Honestly, I'm used to it.
It's all good. So this is now turned into.
Oh, here.
After the only reason I'm pissed that you decided to show up under these circumstances is because I'm 50 some episodes in and I know how to do all the kinks now.
Right.
We've got it all worked out. And if you'd have just showed up and like, hey, you know what, Darren, I'll be on tomorrow. Then we would have not had to do all this ridiculousness. No jumping through hoops. I'm lagging. You can just keep it on Jake. I'm just going to sit next to him. I'm just going to sit next to him. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculousness. It will be a cuddle sesh. I've got all these new viewers, Jake. We gained like 100-something subscribers in the last like 3 days. Huh? My sister said it's Android quality. Yeah, we figured it out. Jake, you talking to this one?
All right. Now we're cozy.
We're here. We could just talk into the same one, but I am here for prime audio quality, and we're moving the show to Spotify soon, so we gotta focus on quality over quantity, I guess. Darren, your Android quality, yeah, that's sad. That's big sad. Okay, Jake.
Right.
What the fuck is going on? Why am I on a knee next to you? Why has it taken us this long? When was the first time you came over here to be on the show?
Well, I wouldn't call it to be on the show, but I was over here.
You were scoping it. You were scoping it because you were intrigued. You were
I
intrigued.
want to see. It actually appeared much better than I thought it would on the podcast. I'm not being mean. I was like, whoa.
So we've exceeded your expectations twice now.
Correct. Yeah, the concert was the first time. That was good.
What were you scared that was gonna happen? Did you think I was gonna?
At the concert?
Yeah.
Um.
You think I was gonna show up naked?
No,
And
honestly, I just thought it was gonna be like really not good.
No, I truly
Doesn't
could.
be bored.
That's why we had to practice as long as we did, because I've seen other people that pretend to do music things, and yeah, they turn out pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I'd rather embarrass myself than see other people embarrassed. So.
What do I got to do to get you back in the rap game?
I was never in the rap game.
You were in the rap game. We've got recordings of you on the rap game, and I thought you.
Not true.
Yeah, we do. JR Dope on SoundCloud.
Nope, that's gone.
No, Joey and I, before you deleted it, there was a SoundCloud to MP3 file.
Yeah, that was with Christian
Converter?
or with Joey.
See, he wants you to freestyle. Matt wants you to freestyle right now. Matt Noel wants you to freestyle.
No, dude, I don't.
I heard that you've been freestyling almost every weekend.
No, it's just if I have a few, I might say a couple lines over a song.
What's a JR Dope verse like? Like what is that about?
You'd have to ask people that hear it, to be honest with you.
It's undescribable. That's how
Probably,
you
that's
would.
probably the best way to describe it.
That's I'll take your word on that. I guess I'll have to be there for the next one.
Yeah.
What does it take to get you?
What
What does it take?
at 3 a.m, but
Well, yeah, so what does it take to get you there? It has to be 3 a.m. How many shots deep? How many beers?
it's hard to say. It's all about a feeling. It's,
So you got your own house. When did you officially purchase you're a very young guy to own your own house, right? So you're also like a landlord
yeah.
per se, since
Oh,
of
yeah.
how many people you have living in there.
Yep.
What age were you when you bought the house? Just so the people know.
19. Yeah.
19 years old.
2 years ago. It was May. Would have been 2 years ago.
And so, what made you think that like buying a house was the right move for you? Were you looking for one, or was it kind of just like a spur of the moment? Someone was like, "Hey, it was a good deal," and you're like, "All right, I'm gonna take it."
No, I was looking. My parents told me I wasn't going to be able to get financing or anything, but Brad was calling around a couple places because, he was working for Knoll Steel at the time. He was doing pretty well. So once I got my job, I started talking to. I never let him really run my credit because that would, ding my credit score more, which was honestly critical at getting the loan.
Mm-hmm.
But I just called several banks and credit unions and figured out what I needed to do. So
Was anybody really like? Because obviously you're a young kid trying to do something like that. Was anybody like really opposed to you doing that? Were they giving you a lot of attitude? Were they like, "Oh, this kid, he's not serious, whatever," and
whether it was even talking on the phone, they hear you're young, they don't really give you the time of day. I mean, I don't know. They don't know, and everyone else doesn't. Like, even now, my parents were telling me today that there's people out there that don't understand, like, they didn't help me. They told me I couldn't buy one, and whatever.
what was the
Prove them
worst
wrong.
thing somebody said to you?
Um,
A banker or someone
I
giving you
don't
a
know.
quote?
I think, like, who gave you the money pisses me off the worst. Like, I don't make a ton of money at it. I had money before I got the job, and then I got the job. I had, I had some more money. I just hate when people think
They
it was,
just think it was your mom and dad money,
as if
or
my mom and dad are like rich. Like, I don't know.
David Faber, can we bring back dreams right now? I need some young. Oh God, it would really get the viewers going. It really would. And people my dad wants to see the mullet. Wow, we were getting serious there for a minute, and this is what it comes back to.
Yeah.
We'll stay on that though. So
The mullet's not really there. We're
dude, you're nowhere. You've got a fresh cut, dude. Like you just get a haircut like 2 weeks ago.
yeah, like a week ago. I'm just
So what the? I'm growing a mullet. Just got a
I'm gonna
haircut.
start looking like a rat here pretty soon. I'm gathering up some hats.
What it takes? I feel like having a mullet is not. It's not just a hairstyle. It's a lifestyle.
Right. It's greasy.
Are you ready for that?
It's greasy. Yeah.
You're down to take on that challenge.
Yeah.
Not a lot of men are, and the ones that are, it changes them. Sometimes for the worse.
What do you mean?
Many times for the worse. I don't know too many guys with mullets that I mesh with. I don't know a lot of them.
I don't know.
I
Dylan
can't-
Hogan. Dylan Hogan's. He's moving in.
I don't know who that is, but I
Short
guess I'll
list.
see him if he's moving in. How many people you got living there now?
Right now it's Deja, Christian, Josh, and then Rory. But Christian and Deja are moving out, so then Hogan's moving in.
So how does it work with leasing then? If I were to get if someone wanted to go about getting a lease from Jake Raymond, how does that work? Like how does
I used to do
you said
contracts and leases like officially, but I think it's just better for both parties for it not to be a thing right now, honestly, because then.
And so then with CJ and Deja moving out, are they just moving out, or is it like a yo get the fuck out of my house, or is it like they don't want to put up with
I think
you?
it's kind of mutual.
Okay.
I think they definitely are in a different phase than the boys at the house are, so I think they're gonna go elsewhere. And
How do you go about being like on those lines, the boys in the house, it kind of being that kind of, a boy's house. How do you go about being the man, the king of the castle, trying to keep that under control when I'm sure it can get rowdy? I know it can. I watched Rory lift the countertop off the counter completely and then put it back and no one said anything.
I mean, I think it seems worse than it is. Like, we're on the same page.
So what do you got to do? When has it ever gotten out of hand? And then what have you had to do to stop it? Like, give me an example of it maybe getting a little rowdy and you were like, all right, that's enough. When is it too far for the boys?
It really hasn't been.
It never has.
No, because usually we're all at the same level, so we may not realize it till the next morning that it might have got a little too rowdy the previous night.
So what's something that might have been though? When are we riding that fine line? When do you start at least like?
When I bought the house, I had that green truck, the lifted Duramax, and at about 4 a.m. I started her up in the garage and put it in drive and did a pretty wicked burnout in the garage for about 10 seconds until it smoked out the garage and then unleashed into my nice new house. So that was a little upsetting.
Yeah, it's not the best move to do. When the peanut butter comes out with your dog in the room, tell that story. So you're trying to, I don't know what he's getting at, but you're going to tell me what he's getting at. And I feel
we need to bury David.
So what's that about? Is that happened at your house?
No.
Okay, when did that happen?
It never happened.
That sounds like that happened. I don't.
No.
David, David and I haven't spoken in a while, but he does a lot of things.
David, you're not a stand-up guy when it comes to Jake.
He does a lot of things, but he doesn't lie.
David's a greasy dude.
He is?
He's greasy.
Does he have a mullet?
Probably.
I can't
Actually,
confirm.
doubt it
I
'cause
can't
he- no,
confirm that he
can't-
does.
He can't. He's a military.
So even if it's because he can't, he's not gone down that path. So I got to take his word. I never knew David was as a liar.
my
Exactly.
God,
A lot of people say that David's a stand-up guy.
Mason, you are not allowed to follow their lead.
So
Not even a little bit.
has anything happened in regards to you and a dog with peanut butter? Because I like your dog, and
She's
I
a
would be
sweetheart.
really
Yeah,
sad.
she's a sweetheart. No.
It was an awkward encounter
No,
when
the
he
only-
walked
the
out
only
with
person
it.
we've questioned with peanut butter and Ella is Rory, behind closed doors. But
Oh God, Rory.
not actually. I'm just
Rory's
saying.
been on the show. He sat across from me. That's scary.
Yeah.
What okay, so it was an awkward encounter when he walked out. So I guess with dogs then, so you kicked Reese out because of the cat, right? Or is Reese still there?
No. We went separate ways.
So because of the cat.
Yep.
So your friendship wasn't strong enough to get past the differences with the cat. Is that what you're saying?
No, the cat wasn't strong enough to figure out how to behave.
What does a cat do so bad that you had to get rid of it?
The final it was spraying. It was spraying in the house, and it smells terrible. I'm allergic to cats, and it smelled. I'd walk in, and I'd not want to be in my own home right away. And then,
Did you ever talk to the cat?
mm,
Did you ever ask it what maybe it felt? Maybe that you were intense? Maybe you were giving it anxiety?
no. However, the cat knew it was on its third strike, and the fourth time, he peed all over my clothes in my bathroom, all over them.
Was your clothes on the ground?
They were fresh out the
So
shower.
maybe he was just trying to teach you a lesson.
I don't care.
I will say this though. I haven't heard anything about the cat peeing since it hasn't been at your house. So maybe it was you.
It's because he didn't like me. That's fine.
Maybe it was you.
I didn't like him either.
That's why I couldn't be her other parent. She was different after you did that. Oh my
here we go.
God.
No, let me explain what happened.
Oh yeah. Wait, didn't something happen with you owning this dog? There's a weird reason you own this dog, right?
Yeah. So the dog was posting on Facebook. I told the roommates about it, and we decided me and Mason were gonna go halves on this dog, which we did. Mason bought the dog with me, and
How much does a dog cost like that?
this dog was $150.
Oh, it's pretty cheap. Wow,
She's
it's not bad.
yeah, okay, but yeah. So she came over. She was overweight and just seemed like a spaz, and I honestly wasn't very interested at the time. And then Ashley Hampton and Mason were like, "Come on, let's try her." And I said to the owners that we'll try her for 4 days and see if she gets like adapted to the house and is starting to like warm up,
Mm.
And first day she went to the bathroom everywhere. Second day was bad. Third day she got better, and then the fourth day she was super attached to us. So we kept her, and then
Is that a normal thing? Like, yeah, we'll just test drive this dog for a couple days and then we'll give it
I don't
back
know,
if we don't like
but
it.
it's like going to adopt a dog and you look at him.
Yeah, I know, but like, I feel like, wouldn't you feel really bad? Like, could you imagine adopting a kid for like 2 weeks and being like, yeah, I don't like it, let me just give it back?
Yeah, it'd be awful.
That'd be really bad. Like,
Yeah,
what if you would have
when you
gave the
put that
dog?
way,
What
it
if
sounds
what if
terrible.
you would have gave the dog back after it would have been attached to you and like you'd been like?
Well, I wouldn't. It got attached to me.
But what
I'm saying
if it would have
didn't-
still been shitting everywhere?
If it didn't warm up to me or the house and just like didn't like us, I wouldn't have felt bad because I would have been happy to see their owners. You know,
But the owners didn't love it.
they loved it. They just had 8 people in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh God, in an apartment. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good for the
Yeah,
dog.
it's not good.
You have multiple dogs in the apartment or in the house still or no?
Yeah, Deja's dog Bentley's in the house too.
They get along.
Yeah, he's a little crappy, but they get along pretty well actually.
So would you say that how many? So how many people was it again in the house total?
4.
4. So do you feel ever that you are parenting or that you have been parented by other people in the house?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How? Because that's what it is with roommate. You guys share food or you guys buy your own food or whatever. Because I've had roommates and we've gone through the phases where we started out, you know, we all community pooled everything together, got really good stuff, ate really good for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Then it turned into somebody's making all the good food and then someone else isn't eating and then
dishes and,
exactly. So then we switched it to just
me, Brian, and Mason were doing really. We'd shop. We'd each spend like $40-$50 we combined, and we were pretty good about sharing. And that was the only time I've ever done that, though. After that, I think that's when Luke and Ashley moved in. Eric and his girlfriend and the baby were living at the house at one point.
God, there's a lot of names and a lot of
There's
bodies,
going
a lot of
on.
bodies
But
in and
yeah,
out.
no, that worked for a little bit, but I don't know. Life just kind of happened. My schedule got crazy with work and school. So when Mason and Brian were shopping, I wasn't going with them. So I just kind of did my thing. They were trying to do their thing, but they just didn't stay with it. And now I just tell anyone that's moving in.
They said someone. Then he said
Oh, yeah.
someone had stomach
Then
issues
I literally ate rice and eggs for like a month and a half. So
to help with your stomach.
I just couldn't eat anything. Yeah, couldn't eat.
Oh God.
So
So now what do you tell people when they're moving in?
I just say like food, anything that's mine in my fridge and pantry is open to anyone. Like so, I'll have people over all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It gets eaten. I might not have a lot of food. You know, you might come over and be like, "Dude, you got no food." I'm like, sorry, but I completely know how that is. I'm not even gonna stress about it. Like whatever's in my fridge and my pantry, it's fair game. So I tell everyone, make sure you get them in your fridge, and save room in your closet. Put your snacks, your special snacks, all that in, and do it that way. I understand the freezer and some things, like, and I'm, try to be cautious about it, but sometimes shit'll get eaten and then someone's upset, and it's like I said, mini fridge, closet,
What
It's just how it is. That's how I'm open with everything.
So other than food, what's something that living with that many people? Again, I only know because I lived in a very small apartment with like 5 people at one point because we were just letting anybody stay there. It was not a good look. But what is it that roommates, when you have that many, get into fights? Like what kind of fights do you guys get into, if you get into something? Like what's a dispute? Like what's like a regular day? It might not be a big deal, but what's like the stupidest thing that you guys will fight about?
I don't know. I can't tell you the last time I've been in a fight. I mean, I can tell you things that definitely have annoyed all of us. Whether it's like dishes I think that's the easiest roommate thing. Like
Dishes.
My dishes will come from having people over the night before, me being feeling a little under the weather the next day. That'll be my dishes complaint, especially because I don't really cook anymore. But like Christian and Deja or Ashley and Luke, they didn't really cook. But when you cook and then after you finish your meal and you have a glass of wine or whatever, you're relaxing, you don't want to do dishes right away. So sometimes they get left in there, and that'll make whoever mad the next morning if they want to do eggs in a pan. So just little shit like that. But overall, I think we're all right.
So do you guys have policy in place? Like you make a dish, wash a dish, or is it
That's
is
what it's
it
supposed to be,
rotating
but-
chores? Is it like someone does all the dishes this
No,
day?
it's just everyone's supposed to be on board. But Deja cleaned a lot for a while.
You guys gonna
So
is that gonna be bad losing a team player like that?
we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
You're gonna pick up a new free agent to focus
I've actually
on the.
I've asked people to come like
To do the
I'll see
dishes?
no, just to clean, like
Oh God.
especially if I got stuff to do outside. Or right now I have no excuse not to like deep clean because I'm off at 12 every day. But like especially when I was doing work in school, I would like try to pay people to come over and just, especially when there was 2 dogs, when Ashley's dog was at the house and stuff, and it was real bad.
Mhm.
And the bathrooms, and you have people using the bathroom a lot, like just dirt.
How many
shit.
bathrooms are there?
2.
Two. Okay.
But
2
when you
bathrooms.
have 20 people over on a weekend, it
Yeah.
puts a dent in it.
So how do you go about? Almost every time I drive by, there's 15 to 20 cars.
That's a stretch.
I don't know. It's
But-
been several times I've seen that many.
I have 2 cars. Rory has 2 cars.
Okay.
Josh has a car. Christian has a car.
So that's 6 of them.
Deja has a car.
7 cars.
7, yep.
Okay. So where do the other 13 come from?
It could be someone stopping by, someone stopped by to work out. Troy works out every day.
Yeah, I got to get in on that gym action.
Yeah,
That's
why I'm in athletic shorts and I threw on a shirt and panicked to run out the door.
fair.
We were just downstairs getting a pump in.
So, what's the gym setup looking like now? You've been working this house too, by the way. Is like when you got it, there was, I know it was in rough shape, but when you got it, what were like all the improvements you put onto this house now?
The owner like redid it right when I got in, so it was in pretty good shape. I've probably done more damage than good.
Really?
Yeah. All I did so far, I just painted the bathrooms, and there's 2 bedrooms that were built in the basement. And then I bought that lot next door, so that was like a big.
I remember you excited. You were really excited about that.
And the 220 out to the garage for the hot tub, but I wasn't super motivated to do anything inside if I didn't have the lot next to me because I wasn't going to be here long enough for it to matter.
Yeah, that's fair. What so you bought a hot tub, man. You have bought a lot of things that not a lot of people our age have purchased themselves. What, like, the hot tub doesn't work, right? Or does it work?
I got a different one.
Oh, you got a different one?
Yeah.
So how did you go about getting one and then it not working out? And then like what's the process of like of shopping for a hot tub? Was it like Craigslist? Is it like you just an ad, Facebook?
Yeah. I mean, I wanted one, and then
Selling drugs, okay.
Thanks, Troy. No, I saw Morgan Herzog posted one. She said free whoever to a good home, so I wanted it, and I kind of trusted that it worked. She thought it worked too, but it turns out it didn't work. So that's when I had Brad crane it over the house,
Yeah.
drop it on the fresh concrete, and yeah, it didn't work. So then the hot tub idea got kiboshed for about 8 months, 7 months, 6 months, something like that. And then Taya Gaines sent me a different one, so I went and picked that one up, and then I crushed up and got rid of the old one, and yeah.
Is owning a hot tub expensive? People always say that it's expensive.
And it's seeming to be like $60 to $70 extra in my electric bill. So
Okay, yeah, that is pretty expensive actually.
Yeah.
Damn. Is it a nice hot tub though at least?
It's small. It's like a 3-person, but that's nice.
Okay,
I enjoy
that's
it.
not bad. So you're a big Molly dealer, huh?
Big Molly. Yeah.
That's
Thanks,
what
David.
that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yep, I'm your guy.
Yeah, that's why
I
why all
the
the
school bus with kids. I do not sell drugs. I will piss clean for you right now.
That's why there's so many cars over. That makes a lot
Yeah.
more sense now.
Yeah.
A lot more sense. Okay, so you got it all handled. It sounds like when when it comes to the roommates, when it comes to all the boys, whatever. How do you go about when you have these big get-togethers, to not just call them parties? When you have these social gatherings, what do you do, being the alpha male that you are, when another alpha male of a rival tribe shows up and is all big chest? Have you ever gotten any fights at the house? Is what I'm saying. Any like actual, like someone who's not one of the people living there at one of these parties? I know you had a verbal exchange with a friend of yours a while back, but anything like where it's like gotten maybe that level or more serious?
Twice, yeah, but it wasn't like an alpha male type thing. Like I don't have anyone over. Anyone that's over for my house is like anyone that's over is there's very minimal chance I have problems with them, and like I'm very open and nice. Like
You are a very welcoming host.
Yeah, so
I will.
I'd be, like there's rarely issues unless I usually
What about Lake Geneva for Brian's birthday? Is this at a bar? You're getting frisky with somebody at a bar?
We were at Thumbs Up.
God.
Brian got a little fired up.
Tim knows about Thumbs Up. It's a scary place.
Yeah, and Brian's birthday, 21st. We're all, we're having a good time, and pretty sure some guy bumped into him, or he bumped into some guy, and the guy said, "Watch where you're going." Brian just looked at him and said, "Fuck you, dude." So there was a lot of exchanges quickly.
Okay.
Just like shoving, yelling, everything.
Is this taking place in the bar or like
in the
outside
bar.
the bar? Okay,
and
in the
they're
bar.
ringing that thing, dun, dun, like there's just chaos for that 30 seconds, and then everything got calmed down. So we all kind of dispersed. Brian was still fired up, and then it was fine. And I asked Troy, and I don't know, I didn't feel good about it. There was one dude, you could hear him talking about us. They just kept looking at us like we're just like, what? It's done, and it wasn't my problem, but. So I kind of just looked at Josh. I looked at Troy, and I said, like, should we? And like, Troy's like, yeah. And I was like, Josh, he's like, let's do it. So we just, threw him back and walked over and asked a couple questions, and then all hell just broke loose.
So what is that? So that process was like, we should do it?
Yeah.
And everyone knew what we were doing, and then we walked over. And what's the first question? Who asked the first question? What did they ask?
I call him the guy with the hood up because he was just the one like fucking the camera like this. He was just an asshole, And I said, my friend Bryant's his 21st. He's pretty non-confrontational. I'm confused on what the fuck happened. Like, what's going on? And he said that he thinks that me and my Illinois boys should just get the fuck out of his bar. And I didn't like that very much.
How are you dressed that you were giving off the appearance of Illinois boys?
I think I was just normal. We know Brian's got fresh swag.
He does. He's got the pretty boy swag. I feel that.
Yeah, Brian looks good all the time. So maybe that did it. I'm honestly not sure, and we're also never in there. So either way, it turns out the guy was the bouncer. I had no idea. But then the bartender's looking at me. He's pushing me. The bartender's screaming at me. Troy throws a bomb. Ty's involved. Josh is pushing people. It's just like a big mosh. And then Troy got thrown out. And then Jasmine Nickpalm followed him out. So then it was like Troy out there with 3 or 4 guys and Jasmine. But they wouldn't let us out of the bar. She was trying to kick me out of the bar, but someone's trying to keep me in the bar. I couldn't pay my bill.
So you were trying to get out then to help, like, or
Yeah.
but you wanted the smoke, which was outside of the bar at that point.
Well,
But they were keeping you in.
I don't want to say
They were
I
holding
was,
you back.
like, looking for a fight, but regardless, it made no sense for one male to be with 4 other males not on the same team.
That's fair.
You know.
That's fair. So how did you guys eventually get out of this situation? How'd you eventually get out of?
Overtime just kind of slowed down, and she was trying. It was so stupid because the people at the door were not communicating with the bartenders. The bartenders were screaming at me to get out of their bar when I wanted to tip them and pay my tab like a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
But the people at the door are not letting me out, so I didn't know what they wanted me to do. So eventually, I sat down back at the bar and just kind of.
God, that's so awkward.
It was like, this is a mess. And everyone there staring at you, and it's like I didn't even do anything.
I'm so glad I don't work at Thumbs Up. That would have been an awkward situation.
Yeah, it was. And then, it was a mess.
So you didn't get any other scuffles that night, did you?
Well.
Oh my goodness.
This is funny though. We went to Champs again after that, and.
Got to end on a good note.
Yeah, we're just hanging out at the bar, talking to people, and this guy walks out with a couple pool sticks, and I'm like, kind of looking at him, and the bartender's like, he just took the pool sticks, and I'm like, like what? And the bouncer just let him walk by, and she's like, those are our pool sticks. I'm like, I got it. So I ran out there.
It's my problem.
Yeah, the guy's like 55. I grabbed the pool sticks and just ripped them out of his hands. Start running back the other day. He's like, dude, what the hell? Those are my pool sticks. I'm like, I just saw him. You just took them from the bar, dude. Like, those are not your pool sticks. He's like, those are my pool sticks. With COVID, you can't play pool anywhere. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I bring them because they put the pool sticks away so you can't play on the table, but sometimes they get nice and they let you play. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. So I gave him back. I'm like, I'm honestly so sorry. I'm fired up from the last bar. Like,
Did he whack you with one of them, or was he cool after?
He was cool. Well, I thought he was cool. Then I went back to the bar and I was all embarrassed. I'm like, God, like, why did I have to be the one to get up? Like, sat back down, and then like a minute and a half later, you hear the thing. Someone walked in. He's like, "Where's the guy that took my fucking pool sticks?" I'm like, "Oh my God, dude." So he walks right over to me, like, kind of like gives me the tough shoulder, and he's like, "So that was bullshit what you did over there." I'm like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "Let's take a shot." I'm like, "All right."
That worked out well.
So it went on okay. I thought it was gonna be.
God damn, that's some
how do you
scary
fight back
shit.
against stealing someone's pool sticks that were actually theirs?
Yeah, that's a tough look, man. And the bar, that's not your fault though. That's the bartender's fault, and you being a little intoxicated. Where was everybody else? They just let you go, like Brian, Troy. They all just were like, "Yeah, go do it."
I acted quick.
You were just too speedy for them.
Yep.
They couldn't even react.
Who's Jay Pistol?
Jay Pistols Rock, what's up? I'm what's going on, man? How are you? We've I had somebody. I've had a lot of people that I don't know message me recently about things going on in Twin Lakes. So it's been interesting. So I think I know Jay Pistols Rock. I'm not sure.
So that's the big question. What did happen in the past couple weeks in Twin Lakes after the peaceful protest? I missed all the.
Well, it just got a little rowdy at the peaceful protest.
And some things, but in here.
And people were some prominent faces here in the TL were saying some things that I don't think that they would be proud if they were recorded, and then they were recorded, and that's what happened. And
so did they end up on here?
Oh yeah, they didn't come on the show.
No, but like this is where it got.
This is where it got publicized. So then they were. some of them were very angry, and other people were. I was really like freaking out, like really stressed out because they were these, these essentially powerful people. I mean, granted, it's a very small town, but for this pond, very big fish, and kind of ruffling some feathers. It was a little scary, and then I had a lot of people that reached out to me that have been had issues that you would never have an idea like happened because with these people or with people that are friends of these people that were their neighbors. I mean, some lady texted me and said that like, thank you for doing this. Like, more people need to know that this is right here at home. She has like mixed kids, and she was like, my kids every single day are yelled at by my neighbors. My husband gets screamed at. They record my kids. They literally popped their tires. She was like, sent me a picture of like their tires had been popped because these people left nails in their driveway just because the kid was
Next to
yeah. And it's like,
Well,
you think that doesn't happen. You think that doesn't happen around like you. I guess a lot of people from around here, when you live in an area like we do, where everybody, I mean, to each other are very nice. You never be looking how like we look. You don't really see those things happening. And I'd witnessed some issues like this before when I went and moved away to Janesville for a little bit, and it was gross to see in your own hometown, and then it was scary to try and stand up for those people. So it was a weird couple weeks. So I wanted to kind of have some fun this week and just hang out and chill.
Right.
Justin was going to be on today, and then kind of now Jake's on. Then it was no one, and now it's Jake. So here we are, and we're talking about bouncing from bar to bar.
Yeah.
The TL is a big family. Exactly. We're just trying to, no family's perfect. We're just trying to work through it. I will say it was a little weird. I went to Burkott's the other day, and I got some very, very mean looks from a couple people. So I was like, okay. And I had a mask on, and I was like, oh shit, they still know. It's because of the fucking giant hair right now and the big beard. So I got to get rid of it. Got to go incognito.
It's annoying because for what?
Yeah, it's not doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but people will be.
You call their bluff and they get all.
Yeah, well, it's it's you mean it until then it's recorded. Then you would never say something like that,
No.
and that's what it comes down to. So, but okay, what were we on? We were on bouncing bar to bar. So is that normal, or is that just Brian's birthday? It's usually at the annex.
Brian, I don't go to LG. I mean, I'll go to LG if there's.
LG's expensive, right?
Yeah, it's expensive, and I don't know. You always got to make sure you got a good ride to get home. And
Jake. Troyce just said Jake.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I've been to LG a few times, but it's fun. It's like you said, it's just expensive, and there's got to be a really good reason for me to like go there. Maybe if the whole group is going.
Have you been to the strip club with Rory?
No.
No?
Yet.
Not yet. Tell a story. I think.
I'm unsure what he's talking about.
I feel like you know what he's talking about. I feel like he's being specifically vague to let you tell the details. But there also are a million stories that could be. Troy, you got to help us out here. I don't know what story Jake's talking about.
But no, TL, yeah, Annex is just close. I'm there often. Most of my friends hate it. But once a few people show up, a lot of people show up, so it's cool. Main Street, we hang out at Main Street a lot.
Main Street, that too.
It's pretty fun. There's you just hang out by the dartboard in the back.
You do karaoke at these bars?
No.
You don't partake in the karaoke?
Rory and them have at Annex, but I have not.
What does Aurora sing? At
Girls Just Want to Have Fun. He's done that one.
I could see him doing that. That fits him actually really, really well. So while Troy's working on letting us know what story you're going to tell, though, I want to ask, you mentioned obviously before, obviously Jake doesn't sell drugs or do drugs, but he does drive kids to school. What has been the craziest thing that's happened? I'm sure you've had some crazy stories with kids, and you don't have to ever say any names because I wouldn't want you to do that, obviously.
Right.
But, there's got to be some nightmare stories with driving kids to school every morning. You ever have to discipline the kids? Are you like Karen? Do you remember Karen? Did you ever hear? Yeah.
Yeah, Karen. No, I mean, I've always kind of said, like, at first it's super tough to figure out. I don't even have little cousins. Like, I don't have little. I've never even. At the time I started driving, I don't even think I've held a baby yet. Like, let alone play with little kids. Like, I was there to be a mechanic, and they said you have to drive a bus, and I was like, all right, whatever they want me to do. So, it was definitely intimidating because like in the first half of the route, you pick up 7th, 8th, and then up through high school.
Okay.
So like I was 18 driving seniors, juniors. Like it was like
People like the same age as you, yeah.
no, it was weird. But
Troy Stewart is calling.
yeah,
Troy, anything you can say to Jake on the phone, you can say in the chat.
yeah, come on now.
Don't be afraid. We don't have a filter here. We don't have any nothing's off limits here. So like, but you don't have to hang out with them. You just got to drive them to school. What are
Well, it's
people?
just, you know, if they start acting up, it's you don't like to get yelled at by a kid your age. You know, I
Yeah.
don't think anyone does. So it was kind of weird to. At what point do you just kind of look the other way, or then you have to say stuff, or you know? So I had to figure out.
What happens on a bus that you got to yell at a kid for?
I mean, it's like standing, switching seats 1,000 times, just screaming, swearing. You know.
What's up?
Yo, I'm trying. My comment won't show up.
What does it say?
I'm trying to say, tell the story of the guy eating shit at the annex.
Okay. Okay.
Once we get back
We'll do it in a second here. Thanks, Troy. Okay. So what's this about the guy eating shit at the annex?
I feel like that wasn't worth the phone call by any means.
He probably just wouldn't let him
Yeah,
curse, so he probably could have just said like
yeah. But,
eating like poop or falling.
That's all you did, but it wouldn't load. So, yeah, we went to the rock bar the other day. We met up with Peach and his girlfriend, and Grant and Alec Halzak. A few of us went there. We had a beer or two, and then we left, and we went to Maine for a while. And then on our way back to my house from Main Street, we stopped at the annex that we avoided originally because there was a big party going on, and you couldn't even park. It just seemed like, it seemed like probably a personal gathering, and we would have felt weird just walking up. I don't know. It seemed like not our cup of tea, so.
But then you did anyways.
Well, after 3 hours later, it was
Gotcha.
like-
After a couple drinks during you and
yeah, and it was midnight now. We're thinking it's gonna calm down.
Mhm.
Well, it was still packed, so we walk in. Like there was a DJ. Building was like vibrating to the ground. It was actually turned out to be a pretty good time. But in the midst of that, there was this older guy that was in there. He started dancing next to the DJ, and he caught some water. And he went up so hard, and he had his beer bottle in his hand. He smacked his forehead off the ground and smacked the beer bottle. So it was so loud. So me and Troy looked and just saw the whole thing on impact.
Oh
Like he smacked
God.
so hard, and no one else heard it because of the music.
So he hit his head then?
Oh, hard, yeah. Yeah, he probably
he-
could have threw him off a bit, like
Oh God,
He
yeah.
got up,
He got off.
but he kind of just like
Concussed, dude.
yeah, he tried to play it off, and then, so me and Troy are just crying, laughing about it. Like it's the funniest shit we've seen in a while. And the dude, like 5 minutes later, walks over. He's calling it a night. He's gonna close out. He kind of looks at us. He's like, "Floor's slippery over there." We're like, dude, we know. Like, yeah.
Oh God, that's a tough look. It's tough to pull that. It's
Oh,
tough to recover from
You,
that.
you could tell he didn't know if he was gonna bring it up to us because he wasn't 100% sure.
That you knew. He was trying to gauge, like, do they know?
Yeah, he's like, did they see the whole thing?
Well, that's why he played it safe. He just said, the floor's slippery over there, to see if like you guys felt
Yeah,
it or
yeah.
if you guys saw it. And he was like, he didn't want to come out and say like, yeah, man, I know you guys saw. That's
Yeah,
funny,
after
dude.
that, we lost it again.
So what is it like? Obviously, especially when you can like you're having all these social gatherings at your house, literally a couple houses away from the annex, or that's the one right there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it about the bar scene that you enjoy so much? Because you
I was never one to be like, I never thought when I turned 21, especially because I turned 21 and then 2 days later COVID lockdown happened.
Mhm.
At that time even, I didn't think I was going to be like, let's go to the bar because I don't like spending money on things that don't have any bit of return on them.
Yep.
Like, I think I'm pretty well known for that. And the bar is literally the worst place for spending money on things that have no return,
It's true.
like by far. So I'm learning that very quickly. But you get in this little cycle and it's just like,
But what is it about that, especially when like you're saying that like a lot of your friends, like you said, like you guys will go and then it'll get packed because all you'll go and a couple people will go and then another group of your friends will show up. What is it about the bar scene that you enjoy as opposed to being at home?
well, by far not destroying my house, like,
It's fair.
It-
It's not your problem.
no.
They got to
Like,
clean it up.
typically, It feels like when people have gatherings, there's a group effort the next morning.
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like that's the thing. Like a lot of people help clean up and shit, but I think I have them so often that it's not. It's it's like whatever. So like throughout the week when I come home from work, I'm still finding beer cans and bottles next to the fire pit. It's like
Yeah.
So that's kind of. I mean, I'm obviously I keep having them, so it's not bothering me that much. But that's annoying.
That's got to get old. Yeah, at
Um,
some point.
Yeah, just like and Christian and Deja, they typically don't they don't party as much, obviously. So they're trying to sleep and there's people over. I try to keep it in the garage and outside, but then they're inside yelling, then they're destroying the kitchen. I'm like, yo, get outside. Then the dog's out, and it's like, it just gets stressful. So it's
Just
like,
madness.
if we just go to the bar,
Then you
know,
just
you're
have your
getting-
have
you're
your fun
getting-
there.
You're getting a beer handed to you. You're sitting at the bar. Your forearms are on the table. You're feeling relaxed.
So
Yeah.
what about well, I guess not at the annex like we were saying earlier, but so when you're at like the bar, a nicer bar, I get not to shit on the annex, but like the Lake Geneva's out over there when there's more people, probably you're like our age, like younger crowd.
Yeah, the other day we went to Gordy's.
Yeah, what is what, like, do you meet a lot of people there, or is it like is it how they portray it in television? I don't know, only because I work in a bar.
Yeah.
So I see the other side, but I work at a bar where it's usually older people because it's like craft cocktails and whatnot. Yeah, so it's like
Right.
it's a little bit more bougie. So
Yeah.
I don't see as many like people our age just like kind of going to socialize and whatnot. So what is it from your point of view that is like, what is that better than going to the annex, or is it just because that's closer you'd rather
I think
go
if I
there?
did it more for meeting people wise, definitely. I mean, I think I'm meeting people without trying to right now, like pretty easily. So I don't think I really need to go to Thumbs Up every weekend to get drunk and try to dance and meet girls. Like
And fight guys and
fight-
stuff.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just what happens. Like not
Mm.
fights shouldn't happen. But I mean, I don't know. And I feel like most people you hear go to the bar with their group of friends. They're not really out there to look for. I mean, there's a lot of people like that, but in my experience now, that's not what I've been doing,
Mhm.
and I haven't done it enough to give a good judgment on that. I guess. Like the other day at Gordy's, I was meeting people. Thumbs Up, I was with a group of people, and I was, I don't know. I haven't been looking for someone while I'm at the bar.
So Tinder or the bar, if you had to
Well, the
choose
bar,
one.
but yeah.
You'd rather meet someone at the bar over
Yeah,
than meeting them at
bar.
Tinder.
Yeah.
Have you met any? So have you? Obviously, you're not looking for anybody like that, but any potential subjects, either or. Are you still on Tinder?
Yeah, I'm on Tinder.
So you are looking kind of.
I mean, you just swipe and you're bored. Like, no, yeah,
Would you be down to be on a dating show?
probably not.
No, I
don't
think
know.
I think you would be.
Maybe.
We're doing it with we're rebooting our dating show, but we're gonna do it with a girl first to get the ball rolling, because guys are a lot more willing than girls are, because they all thought it was really sketchy. So that's fair.
That's actually a very good point.
No, yeah, it was really bad. We had it very like we had like, if you go on our website, there's like a lot of forms you had to fill out and everything. Like, it was as professional as we could have been, but again, it's not The Bachelor, so they don't know that it really exists.
Mhm.
What else you been up to?
Right now, it's just work, trying to keep your priorities straight. Trying to work out a lot, having a little too much fun, a lot of boat time, a lot of time in the lake.
I saw that. Did you?
Lots
How
of-
many days in a row were you trying to go out? And
We're
did
trying to
you?
go 30, we didn't accomplish it.
What did you get? 7, 8?
Like 16, I think.
Oh, that's pretty good. How'd you stop at 16? Why would you give up already that far?
It got tough.
That's fair. Do you enjoy just fishing, or is it just being out on the water?
I like both. My boat hasn't been 100% legal. I don't even have my. Never mind. Not 100% legal to go on other lakes right now, so
Mm,
I just kind of stick on, Lake Benedict, where there's not. It's a small lake, so
yeah.
we're safe out there and whatnot. But
Mm.
yeah, sometimes I'll fish. Other times you can only fish one lake so much. So when me and Ryan, I go with Ryan sometimes and go to other lakes. It's fun.
What are you fishing for?
Just anything.
Just
I'm not a
anything?
fantastic fisherman, so I'll throw a spinnerbait or a crankbait or jig and try to catch, bass. And
Any notable
No,
any
I
any
don't.
notable catches? Any notable days out on the lake?
I went to Geneva with Ryan. And I caught several decent rock bass and one pretty big largemouth, but otherwise no, not really. Just
Fair.
your normal bass and
Yeah.
you know,
I just enjoy being out on the water.
love
Like,
being
something
out
about
there.
being on a boat.
I just sit out there and relax.
It's nice. I don't know.
I'm very dark.
Yeah, getting some sun.
Yeah,
Dig it.
check
it.
it out. See it.
It's hard to see tan with the lighting.
Yeah,
It like
you're right.
brightens
It
everything
is.
up. But you looking tan.
Mhm.
So working, having a little bit too much fun. That's about it for Jake Raymond.
I think so.
What you got anything? You got any questions for myself?
When's the next concert?
Well, funny you ask. We actually had some stuff planned. We had I'd applied to perform. I was gonna open at Summerfest, but Summerfest Hall. God. So that was before. I can't say that I got booked. I didn't, but it was like it was in the running with a couple other people to open.
Yes.
Yeah, play at the Annex. No,
Seriously?
no, I'm good.
Come on.
I
We'll make it fun.
No, I know. The thing is, for a show, I would love to. I love performing. Worked really hard, and I enjoy doing it. Like, I enjoy being out in front of people. I mean, I sit here and talk in front of a camera. But like, if I had no one here, I would still do that. I enjoy doing that, but it's got to be right for us. Like, I thought that when we did that one, it's the right time, the right place. we changed a lot of people's perception of like what was going, like what we were doing, you know, what we were about. And I don't want to do something that could be potentially like a sidestep or even maybe a step back. So I want to do something. The venue doesn't need to be big, and I would gladly still perform at a bar, but it would need to like be the right timing where we could pack it. We could get new people in. Like I want everybody who was at the first one to be there,
Right.
but I want those people to bring more people and like stuff like that. So we need a space and a time. Right now with COVID and everything, people are, you know, it is what it is. So it would be hard to fill it completely, but I would love to do it. Jake has to freestyle before this ends.
Literally couldn't pay me $100 cash right now to do that. I am 100% sober. There's not.
Do we have any booze? We've got some wine.
It would take too long to set in. Sorry, David. Maybe next time.
You can butt chug it. Hits you right away.
Yeah.
Do it. Logan Bradley said do it. I don't know if he was referring to the butt chugging or the rapping, but hopefully it was the butt chugging. Get him some drinks. Yeah, we've got some stuff upstairs, man. I've got some Trulies, some White Claw.
Might have to catch me on a different episode.
We will.
You need to play at my resort.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. That would be a lot of fun. That's what. Yeah, we were planning doing 5 shows for this summer, and it kind of all got derailed when everything got shut down. So, kind of fucked everything. Give the people what they want. Come on, Jake.
That's what you want, Troy.
That is what Troy. I want it too, though. So what you got? You got anything else for us, Jake? Before we wrap this up?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, Jake, thank you for being on. I'm sad that we couldn't do this the right way. We'll have to do it again soon, so that you can sit across from me.
I said I'm coming, so I figured I'm going to show up this time. So
I like that. I like the man of his word. He is corrected. I mean, what would you call that? He is
redeemed himself.
Right? Yeah, redeemed himself.
However, I must say I truly did not remember. Like you hit me with the text, and I'm like, oof.
I got hello eyewitnesses.
And I realized that, but I'm guessing I was probably late.
You were holding a drink, and it was late at night, but
that's what I'm saying. I promise you, I don't remember.
All right, you'll have to come back and you'll have to freestyle.
No.
You can write it and you can pretend it's a
that's not
freestyle.
redemption, that's just embarrassing.
Maybe we'll have you and Rory on together, and then he'll get the ball rolling. We'll get some drinks in both of you, and
Rory and I would be. I'd like
we
to
could-
go over.
I think Rory rapped. I gave him.
Rory is
Yeah, I gave him.
Wow, see him.
Didn't I? I thought I got him some booze. Oh no, he brought his own booze. He brought a bottle of Jack.
Polish it off before he left.
Yeah, so that's why he rapped. That makes sense. What's your favorite bar in the TL?
I really Main Street lately has been a hit. I enjoy going to Main.
Really?
But I like the Annex too. Sandbar, I cannot wait. Sandbar is awesome. So
They are opening up.
I wasn't old enough to drink yet when Sandbar was open, so July 6th you'll catch me there.
That's when they're opening? July 6th? Okay, nice. I didn't know that. What else do I got? Oh, okay. So next week, guys, we're doing the 1-year anniversary of the show. We're doing a bunch of games. Jake will be here. We'll have a lot of people here. If Jake is coming, I don't know. It depends. Everybody who's been on the show is gonna be invited back. Going to be giving away some awards, having some fun with some games in between. Like I said before, there'll be a tier list, Q&A portion, and then we'll be doing the awards at the end. And just to say thank you to everybody who helped us get the subscribers that we have now, because without everybody being on the show, supporting the show, sharing it to their friends and family, it would not be where it is today. So it's to give back, say thank you to you guys. McKenna, you want to pull up our patrons real quick? Thank you to all the people on the screen right now. You guys are helping support the channel, and I know we got a couple more very recently. So, thank you to the new members of the D-Bags. Appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys in the next episode. This has been episode 51 of the Detox Podcast here with Jake Raymond. We will see you next week.